Welcome back to Black Hole Basics, where we explore the deepest mysteries of the universe and the secrets hidden within our skies. For decades, humanity has looked up and wondered if we are alone. But recently, the government finally started answering those questions. In June 2021, the Office of the Director of National Intelligence released a highly anticipated report regarding unidentified aerial phenomena. This document marked a turning point in history, as the Pentagon officially acknowledged the existence of objects they simply could not identify. They moved away from the stigmatized term UFO, choosing instead to use UAP, which stands for Unidentified Aerial Phenomena, to sound scientific. The report focused on 144 specific incidents observed by military aviators between the years 2004 and 2021. These were not random sightings by civilians. These were encounters documented by trained observers operating some of the most advanced sensors available. The report explicitly stated that most of the reported UAP likely represent physical objects given that they were registered across multiple sensors. This was a crucial distinction, proving these were not just hallucinations or visual errors, but tangible phenomena interacting with our technology systems. Among the 144 cases, only a single one was identified with high confidence at the time of publication. That solitary solved case was determined to be a large, deflating balloon, leaving the other 143 cases unexplained. The remaining cases were placed into a category of unknown, sparking intense debate about national security and the limits of our science. To analyze these incidents, the task force created 5 potential categories to help sort the data and find logical explanations for events. The first category is airborne clutter, which includes birds, balloons, recreational unmanned aerial vehicles, or simply airborne debris like plastic bags. These objects can often confuse pilots and sensors because they are small, difficult to track, and move with the prevailing wind currents. The second category involves natural atmospheric phenomena, such as ice crystals, moisture, and thermal fluctuations that can register on radar systems. Sometimes, the environment itself tricks the technology, creating ghost signals that look like solid objects, but are merely tricks of the light. The third possibility is that our pilots are encountering secret technology or classified programs that have not been shared with them. However, the report was unable to confirm that any of the sightings were actually caused by American secret projects or black programs. The fourth category poses a significant national security threat: foreign adversary systems, suggesting nations like China or Russia have leapfrogged our technology. If these objects are foreign drones collecting data on US military operations, it represents a massive intelligence failure and a security breach. Finally, we have the fifth category, simply labeled other. This is where the truly unexplainable cases reside, defying all current scientific understanding. In this category, we find objects that demonstrate advanced flight characteristics, such as moving without visible propulsion or breaking the sound barrier silently. Some of these UAP appeared to maneuver abruptly or move at considerable speed, without any discernible means of propulsion or flight control surfaces. The report emphasized that a handful of these UAP appeared to demonstrate advanced technology that the United States does not currently possess. In 18 incidents, described in 21 reports, observers reported unusual UAP movement patterns and radio frequency energy associated with the sightings. These capabilities, if verified, would require a complete rethink of our understanding of aerodynamics, material science, and even the laws of physics. However, the report was careful to note that these observations could be the result of sensor errors, spoofing, or observer misperception. Many of the sensors on military aircraft are designed to track known threats, not anomalous objects, which can lead to data artifacts. The limited quality of the data is a recurring theme in the report, explaining why so many cases remain unresolved and ambiguous. Crucially, the report did not use the words extraterrestrial or alien, nor did it confirm any evidence of life outside our planet. But it also did not rule them out, leaving the door open for speculation and requiring further scientific investigation in the unknown. The release of this report caused a media storm, legitimizing a topic that had been relegated to conspiracy theories for decades. Lawmakers began demanding more transparency, arguing that if these objects are foreign tech, they are a threat. If not, they are science. The Navy has since standardized the reporting process, ensuring that pilots can report UAP encounters without fear of ridicule or career damage. This cultural shift within the military is one of the most significant outcomes of the report, encouraging more data collection than ever. One specific description that gained attention was the cube within a sphere, an object that pilots claimed to see almost daily. Skeptics argue the shape closely resembles a radar reflector, a type of balloon used to test radar systems, suggesting a simple explanation. Another contentious piece of evidence involved video of triangular shapes, which some analysis suggests was merely an optical artifact called the bokeh effect. This highlights the difficulty of analyzing video data, as camera optics can distort the true shape and speed of a distant object. The report calls for better resources and artificial intelligence to assist in analyzing these datasets to distinguish between noise and true anomalies. Future analysis will rely heavily on machine learning algorithms that can sift through terabytes of sensor data to identify genuine UAP candidates. It is important to note the selection bias. We see UAP where we look for them, primarily around our own military assets. We do not know if these phenomena are happening everywhere, or if they are specifically interested in our defense and nuclear capabilities. There is a historical correlation between UAP sightings and nuclear facilities, a pattern that has concerned defense officials for over 70 years. While the 2021 report focused on recent data, it echoed the same questions asked during Project Blue Book in the mid-20th century. The difference today is the quality of the sensors. We are no longer relying solely on eyewitness testimony, but on hard data. Some analysts suggest we should look down as well as up, investigating unidentified submersible objects that display similar anomalous performance characteristics underwater. The report briefly mentioned that UAP might be trans-medium threats, capable of operating in space, the atmosphere, and the ocean equally well. If a vehicle can ignore air resistance and inertia, it suggests a technology based on principles of physics we have not yet discovered. Theoretical physicists have proposed concepts like warp drives to explain these movements, but such technology remains firmly in the realm of science fiction. The ambiguity of the report spurred the scientific community to action, leading to initiatives like the Galileo Project at Harvard University. Scientists argue that we need open, unclassified data collected by calibrated instruments to truly understand what is happening in our skies. Even NASA joined the conversation, commissioning its own independent study team to examine how the agency can contribute to the UAP investigation. NASA's involvement brings a level of scientific rigor and prestige that helps destigmatize the subject for researchers and the general public. Skeptics maintain that electronic warfare is the most likely explanation for the more exotic cases, where radar data contradicts visual evidence. We must also consider that drone technology is advancing exponentially, and what looks impossible today may be standard technology in 5 years. Space debris re-entering the atmosphere can also create spectacular light shows that can be easily mistaken for formations of intelligent craft. Even biological entities like large seabirds can deceive pilots and sensors, especially when judging distance and size against a featureless ocean. The parallax effect is a critical concept. A stationary object can appear to be moving at high speed if filmed from a jet. Analysis of the Go Fast video suggests the object was likely drifting with the wind, and the sensation of speed was an illusion. However, illusions do not explain the 80 cases that were observed with multiple sensors, including radar and infrared, simultaneously. The fear remains that a foreign power has developed hypersonic glide vehicles that can evade our current missile defense radar systems. If Russia or China possessed such technology, it would shift the global balance of power, making this an urgent intelligence priority. This potential threat is why Congress mandated the report, and subsequently established the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, known as AARO. AARO is now tasked with synchronizing efforts across the Department of Defense to detect, identify, and attribute objects of interest. Their mandate covers not just the air, but space and maritime domains, acknowledging that these phenomena are not limited to the sky. Beyond national security, The report highlighted flight safety concerns, as UAP have been reported flying in close proximity to aircraft. 11 of the documented reports involved near misses, where pilots had to maneuver to avoid collision with these unidentified flying objects. Scientists are also investigating rare plasma phenomena, such as ball lightning, which could explain glowing orbs seen by pilots at night. Plasma can reflect radar and emit light, potentially fooling both the pilot's eye and the aircraft's sensors simultaneously. The report successfully began dismantling the stigma that has prevented qualified professionals from reporting what they see for over 70 years. Now, pilots can discuss these encounters during debriefings without fear of being grounded or sent for a psychological evaluation. The future of UAP research lies in data accumulation. The more high-quality data we have, the easier it becomes to solve cases. There is also a push to utilize non-classified data from commercial satellites and weather radars to corroborate military reports. While smartphone cameras are ubiquitous, they lack the resolution and telemetry data required to provide scientific evidence for UAP analysis. Crowdsourced apps and flight tracking software help enthusiasts filter out known aircraft, but the remaining data is often too noisy. Weather balloons remain one of the most common explanations, as they can reach high altitudes and reflect sunlight in strange ways. Optical analysis must also account for lens flares, which can appear as moving lights that mirror the movement of the camera. Since the 2021 assessment, the number of reported UAP cases has grown exponentially, largely due to the new reporting mechanisms. As Aero investigates these new cases, roughly half are being identified as balloons or drones, proving the system is working. However, a small percentage remains stubbornly unresolved, displaying characteristics that continue to baffle experts and defy easy categorization. While we look for UAP in our atmosphere, telescopes like James Webb are searching for biosignatures on distant exoplanets. It is a dual approach, looking for life light years away while simultaneously investigating anomalies that might be right here at home. The search for UAP is effectively a search for technosignatures, evidence of technology that does not originate from human civilization. Public skepticism remains high, with many believing the government is still withholding high-resolution videos and data from the public eye. Transparency is a balancing act. The military must protect sensor capabilities and intelligence methods while trying to satisfy public curiosity. History teaches us caution. During the Cold War, the government often used UFO stories to mask the testing of spy planes. Regardless of the ultimate explanation, the 2021 report validated the experiences of those who have witnessed the unexplainable. If even one of these cases proves to be extraterrestrial, it would be the most profound discovery in human history. Conversely, if it proves to be breakthrough adversarial technology, it signals a dangerous vulnerability in our global defense infrastructure. And if it is a new natural phenomenon, we stand to learn something fundamental about the planet and its atmosphere. These are the three paths before us: alien visitors, foreign adversaries, or misunderstood nature. All three require serious investigation. New legislation is being drafted to protect whistleblowers, ensuring that anyone with hidden knowledge can come forward without legal repercussions. Whistleblower testimony continues to add pressure, with claims of crash retrieval programs and reverse engineering, though no hard evidence exists. The 2021 report was just the beginning, a preliminary assessment that admitted we do not know, but we are finally looking. It forced the government to admit that they do not have total situational awareness of our own airspace. While it did not validate the wildest conspiracy theories, it did confirm that the phenomenon is real and demands attention. The path forward is not through speculation, but through rigor, data collection, and the peer-reviewed scientific method applied to anomalies. A new generation of scientists and engineers is now inspired to look at the sky with fresh eyes and better tools. As we continue to monitor our skies, we must remain open-minded but skeptical, ensuring that evidence drives our conclusions. The mystery of the UAP is far from solved, but the 2021 report laid the foundation for a new era. 144 cases, unexplained, and 143 reasons to keep searching for the truth. We will continue to track the updates from the Pentagon and Congress as more reports and assessments are released to the public. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Pentagon's UAP report, please hit that like button to support our channel. What do you think these objects are? Are they foreign drones, glitches, or something else? Let us know in the comments. Make sure to check out our other videos where we explore the physics of black holes and the mysteries of time. The universe is full of mysteries waiting to be solved, and we are just scratching the surface of what is possible. Stay curious, stay skeptical, and keep looking up, because the next great discovery might be right above your head. We are committed to bringing you the most accurate and fascinating breakdowns of space and science news every single week. Thank you for spending your time with us today, exploring the unknown. Your support makes these deep dives possible. Thank you for watching Black Hole Basics. Subscribe for more deep dives into the unknown. We will see you next time.